You got to remember, when you invite somebody, follow up. But we added another one, which is follow through. You got to realize that if you want to get somebody in, usually the contact or when they say I'm in is usually, I'm going to share with you on the script, on one of the slides, it's on the 5th contact. I want to tell you right off the bat, because all of you that are brand new in the industry, I don't want you to think that you're going to get home, take your list, and you're going to call the 10 first people on that list, and they're going to say, yes, I'm in. If it does, congratulations. But I will tell you this. Usually when you start calling people, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do step by step of what you need to do in this business. And here's the first thing. We're going to do 5 things this morning. Creating your story, prospecting, inviting. Now, what did they say? No, don't be hurt. It's okay. You're not going to call 911. And the last is following up and following through. And to me, that's the key element here. Folks, I can tell you that there's people that have been involved in my business since day one, 5 years ago, that are in this room. There's people in this room that have been involved 5 years ago that are more excited today than they were 5 years ago because of that little kit, because of the marketing tool we have. How you approach prospect definitely has an impact of how many people you're going to sign up. And there's a process. Here's the process. When you share your testimonial, and by the way, is it Nicole, Brenda, the other 2 ladies that came earlier, for product, that was so awesome. No, you didn't say it treated, diagnosed, or cured disease. All right? Here's the reality. Reality is people need to hear more about these testimonials. You know, I sent out a couple of testimonials online the other day to some of my associates that sent it to me. Didn't say in it cured, diagnosed, or treated disease. People emailed me back and said, wow, can we use this? Of course you can. This is a tool that you can use. If you have one and you like it, keep it in your folder. So your story, you need to have it. Here's my quick analogy, 30 seconds. Those of you who have heard it, roll your eyes back. I've heard it, but those of you who haven't, pay attention. And he goes like this. I started 5 years ago, 13th of March, got a phone call. The gentleman's name was David Thompson. He sold us piglets to my dad and I when we were young. We were in business together. Piglets, you know, like oink, oink, right? Some of you was glazing. I just want to make sure you know, oink, oink, you know, pigs. And we're not talking, no, okay, forget it. I'm not going to go there. And where am I going? Oh, yeah, how come I got in the business? And he said to me, he says, there's a product coming to Canada. It's called glutathione. You need to pay attention. I said, what is it? He says, it's a health supplement. And listen, I'm not into health. At that time, I was 40 years old. But he says, Mike, he says, it's verifiable, quantifiable, and in a blood test, you need to pay attention. That caught my curiosity. Called the company, was in front of the master distributor about an hour and a half later. He shared with me what Max JXL was. I bought 3 months' supplies, one for me, one for my wife, one for my mom. I wasn't the product experience. I did not have a product experience. My mom and my wife did, 72 hours. You're going to hear from my wife this afternoon. Awesome testimonial. Let me tell you, that's a powerful story, because here's what I'm getting at. How many people here have a significant partner, another person in their lives, right? Husband, wife, best friend? Did your significant other ever come to you and tell you a story, you know, hey, Sue, did you hear? No, Brenda and Dale are gone, and they exchange or whatever the case may be, and you say, well, okay. And then your best friend comes over, and you're having a beer, and he tells you the same thing. You're going to say, no way! How many people, that happened to? When it happens, my wife smacks me behind the head. I told you that a couple of days ago. That's validation from a third party, am I correct? Right? So if you hear it from somebody else, would you agree you're going to say, wow, this is twice I hear it. This is 3 times I hear it. Now I've heard it 4 times. It's called vision. You're catching the vision, you're catching the integrity. So how did your quality of life, what did you do? Before, keep it short, authentic, tell a story, tell your story. Next, this is what I love. Relationship first. Listen. It's incredible when you listen to people. Why is it that in 2005, whenever Reader's Digest, remember those little books, you find them usually on the back of a toilet in the bathroom or something, Anybody ever saw that? I don't know why they put them there, because, I'm 30 seconds in there and I'm out. Okay? I'm just talking about what's on the toilet. That's all I said. Why are you laughing? Okay. So when people read that, and I remember if you're 21 years old and above, you've come in contact with 2,000 people. Now, how many people here are at least, did I say 25? It's 18 years old and above. You've come in contact with 500. If you're 25 and above, you come in contact with 2,000 people. Now, how many people in this room are at least 25 years old or want to be? Right? Okay. Compliment and connect. Don't lie. Just tell the honest truth. When I talk to people, those of you who have heard me do calls, I tell people, some people, some women especially, they got really young voice. And I tell people, man, you sound wrong. Can I ask you a question? Are you at least 18? Are you in your 20s or 30s? Flattery will get you, right? Okay, well, somebody, if you're talking to somebody, it's a guy and he's going, how can I help you? You're not going to tell him, are you 18, Be honest. Last but not least, meet new people daily. There's a little, I don't want you to do that because I want you to stay in here, but sometimes I'm outside, and there's people in the golf. It's easy to talk to people. And get with the person who's here, and they'll show you how to do that. It's not a technique. You just be yourself. Tool. Max.com is my favorite. How many people like the new videos? Or I should say the new website. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal new website. Spencer, do you like the website? Chris Jenkins, do you like the website? Tammy? Lucy Gatto? Insane. If you've never been on it, go on it. More product for the doctors, for the naturopath. They see it, they understand it, they say, okay, they call you back, okay, I'm in. That's what you want. You want people to call you back? Okay, sign me up. How many people like that? Slam dunk, right? I don't play basketball, but that's what it's called, right? No slam dunk? Basketball? Laugh. Okay, good. Right. Max newspapers, but seriously, folks, the Max.com, this is what I tell people. I want you to go on Max.com. I want you to click here, click there, go see videos. Go see the first 3. Now, the first one is what? Greg Norman. Second one, Cellgevity. Third, Max Breakthrough. Stop right there. I will call you back. Use other people to get these people involved. It's not about you. Because you know what? If you're calling your best friend, the guy with the glasses right there, you got your hand like that. What's your name? Louis? Okay, remember Louis? We dated some of the same girls. Remember Elizabeth? Yeah? Rebecca? Right? What about Dolores? Was it Dolores? Yes? Okay. If I call him up and I tell him about Max, would you agree that he might not understand that I'm a professional network marketer? Yes. Right? No, we're party animals. Like we were party animals like we were young. A lampshade. Remember the lampshade on your head? You dance back in 1980s like a cucaracha or something like that. So guess what? If I put a Spencer Crowder who's been in the industry for gazillion years, if I put Chris Jenkins on the phone with him, would you agree that he's going to respect these 2 individuals? If I put a Lucy Caudel, which those of you who are French, you're going to hear her talk about glutathione, glutation en français. You're going to say like, wow, man, he's going to say, give me some of that stuff. Right? So this is why when you take a look at all these calls, one of them is a 3-way call here. I'm going to share an example. How many people drove at least 6 hours to get here? Show of hands. Whoa, 6 hours. Wow, yeah, that's true. You're Sudbury, eh? 6 hours? You're lying. You're not 6 hours. Come on, you're Ottawa. Okay, how many people? You're thinking it's 6 hours. I don't know. Maybe you stopped on the way, okay? Okay, let me share an example. Chris wanted me to share this with you. I met a lady over the phone on Tuesday morning. And I called her up and I said, hey, you don't know me. I said, somebody gave me your name. I said, I'd like you to go see a website, max.com. Can you do that? Sure. Wednesday night, I called her up. I said, did you see the information? Yep. Mike, I know a lot of people, and I think I can do this. I said, great. I said, can you go see some other websites, and I'll call you back maybe on Thursday. Thursday, I said to her, I said, listen, I gave your phone number to Ann Turnbull, and I said, she's going to call you because I couldn't do the 3-way, but it is kind of a 3-way. Ann Turnbull called her. They talked for a few minutes. About maybe a couple hours later, I put her on the phone with Ann Bushel. And then yesterday morning, I put her on the phone with my wife, Lynn. Those of you know her, pretty powerful young lady, or I should say a very powerful young lady. All right? But here's the realization. When I called this girl the 3rd time, which I didn't know, we never met, I said to her, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come to Montreal. Now, it is a 6.5-hour drive to where she lives. She lives in St. Catharines. How many people know where St. Catharines is? No, Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, Burlington, Toronto. And I said to her, I said, I want you to come down. So I called her back. She said, I can't make it. I said, you know what? I really don't want to make it. I'm not going to make it. I said, okay. I put her on the phone with one more person, and then she was like, maybe. Then I put her on the phone with my wife yesterday. So guess what? Was it about me? I put her on the phone with 3 people. Guess what? She's here today. She's right in the front row. Sue, stand up, please. Okay? And she got here at 2 o'clock yesterday morning. She brought a friend, which the friend's going to be here this afternoon because they're sleeping right now. And her son, who's 17, is going to be 18. But here's the realization. I knew that if I need to get her there, I wanted her to come see Steve Scott. I put a couple of people on the phone. If I would have not put those people on the phone, let's ask her, would you be here today? No. Okay, you want to say that louder?
No.
Okay, I'm not ashamed. It's not about me. It's not an ego trip. It's about the people you're going to help. People are helping people here use and abuse your upline. Last thing I'm going to share with you. Product samples, please. When you give a product sample, the best tool you can give with it is a sheet, which I know Chris and Tammy are going to talk in their presentation. Give that sheet so people can rate themselves. It is the best tool when you give a product sample, because let me tell you something. In the next 12 weeks, some of those items on that sheet, workout, recovery, everything, they're going to say, wow, this is amazing. You need to get that done. All right, speed things up. These are the things why you need to do it. I'm going to sum it up in 30 seconds. Time-consuming, more efficient, and you don't make it about yourself. You've got Steve Scott, Bill Guthrie, Greg Rinker. We've got Greg Norman, who does videos that we can use. We are not them, we are us. Our friends, family, relatives, we have no power. They have all the power. Utilize those guys and girls. Last but not least, if somebody tells you no, it's okay, you're not bleeding. Somebody tells me no, right? It's like when you go to a restaurant and somebody asks you for coffee and you say no. Does the waitress go, oh my God, he said no? But think about it like that, okay? A couple of days ago, I was on the phone, and every time somebody tells me no, I say, thank you. I really hope that you find what you're looking for. I get texts on my phone saying, Mike, I've never seen a guy who likes to receive no's. Yes, because my next person is going to be yes. Be positive about it. All right, track your contact, become customers, and ask for referrals. You know what? We're not real estate agents, but you work the same way as a real estate agent. Folks, ask for referrals. Don't be afraid. And one last thing is when somebody tells me no, I ask him one question. Is it a no for now? Is it a no for now? Is it a no for now? You'd be surprised when people tell you, you know what, it's a no for now, but can you call me back in a month? Instead of hanging up, call you back in a month. When you call him back in a month, hey, listen, this is Mike Lebrun. It's already the 15th of May. I did that yesterday. He said, man, he says, you're on time. Whatever day it was yesterday. And I said, listen, I'm just calling up. He says, is it a better time for you to take a look at Max? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Can I follow up with you? Follow up, but more importantly, follow through. All right. And this is Overcoming Fears. There's a guy outside right there. I know that his name is Pierre. Pierre. He's got French books. You need to get them. You want to become the best leader, you've got to read. But thank you very much, folks. And I'm going to get up front. All right, I'm going to introduce the superstar today. This gentleman and I met in Salt Lake City, Utah. I did not know him. He did not know me. There's about 70 people in the room. He was Men in Black, turtleneck, coat. Man, he was sharp. I didn't know who he was. I'm serious. I went up to him and I shook his hand and I said, I don't know who you are. I'm from Ontario. I thought he was an American. I was short little American. And I went up to him and I shook his hand and I said, I don't know who you are, but I said, my name is Mike Lebrun. And he shook my hand. I said, I really truly hope one of these days I can work with you. I said, I don't know what team you're in. Well, we were all in the Master Distributors team. And I said, ask him, I said, where are you? He said, Toronto. I said, where are you placed? I said, good, I'm in your team, man. So from that day, we started working together. I'm very honored to say that, I'm very privileged to say that they're the only $1 million earner club in the Canadian market, the first and only. There's a lot of people following them in Canada. Well, please help me welcome Mr. Chris Zengada.